All right, JD Talking Sports. We are live today with Dominic. Dominic. Damn, dude, look at you. You got more facial hair than I do. Dominic Strebel. Did I say it right, Dominic?
Yep, that's correct.
All right, look at you, Dominic. All right. Dominic, you're a junior at St. Joseph's University in Patchogue, Long Island. I got a question for you. How did you end up at St. Joseph's? Was that your first choice? How did you end up at school there?
It wasn't my first choice. No, I definitely found the school. It has a really good reputation for education.
Okay.
In the field I want to pursue in terms of teaching. So that was a good option. They gave me a pretty good scholarship. They got a good reputation. And it's close to home. So
close to home. All right. And it's funny today. I reached out to you. I saw that Jamie Stewart did there was a reel. I guess it was a reel that put up. He did a story on you on Newsday. And then today on Twitter, bam, there you are again. Your story's up with Jamie Stewart. Listen, it's your story to tell, but I mean, it's fascinating. I mean, so in 2014, you're 11 years old. You get diagnosed with, and I'm gonna butcher it, LCH, which is
it's called Langerhans cell histiocytosis, which is a form of cancer, but mine manifested in my brain.
The question I have for you, Dominic, is: did something manifest? Did you have conditions before? Did you notice something before? Like, I mean, you're 11 years old at this point.
Yeah. I did. I started to. I really didn't notice much at first. It was all my mom. My mom kind of kept a close eye on me, and she knew right away that something was up. I started to use the bathroom frequently. I was using the bathroom like 1 million times a day.
Okay.
Ended up going to the pediatricians. They sent me to an oncologist. We sent me for an MRI, and then they found the tumors, and that's kind of how it started.
Okay. So you're 11 years old, and bam, you start chemo right away. The next 3 years, you're in that. What?
I had a brain surgery in there too. After my first MRI, I had a brain surgery where they found my tumors to conclude that it was LCH.
And you're 11 years old. So this is just this is not something an 11-year-old should have to deal with. So your whole world is like you're in and out of hospitals. You're dealing with all this stuff, and you've been an athlete up before this point, pretty much, correct?
Yeah. I had just gotten into playing roller hockey, and I had been playing soccer. I've been playing travel soccer since I was like 3 years old.
What position did you play in soccer?
I was playing midfield. All
right. So you scored. Did you have your slide? Did you have you score a lot, or were you more what's the word?
I scored a lot of goals. I actually ended up playing like a year or two up from my age at some point before I was sick.
Some guy Kyle Volo said studs. Is that your nickname?
No. I mean, I guess it is. He's calling me a stud, so I have to agree with him.
Okay.
That's my bite.
Listen, I figure they're going to be coming on, and you go through this for the 3 years, and now with the what happens after that? Where do you? So you're 14 years old, so you're going into high school at this point.
Yeah, I finished my first year of chemotherapy by like 7th grade.
Okay.
Like 7th and 8th grade. So I had a pretty as normal as I could 8th grade year. And then when I went to high school in 9th grade, they kind of came back again.
Oof.
So that's when the whole thing kind of snowballed again. I had to start chemo again at 14.
At 14, you had to start chemo, and then how long did that go? So you missed? You were homeschooled, whatever? Or you just took a leave of absence?
I maintained school throughout the whole thing. So
wow.
I would go to the hospital. Yeah, I would go to the hospital for a week every month, get an IV, get my treatment for 5 days, and then go home. Try to go to class in between. One thing my family told me was just we're going to try to remain as normal as possible, through this whole process. So my parents were always pushing me to try to get to school and do everything I can. So I tried to go to class as much as I could, but I also did end up having some like home instruction as well.
Okay.
But never a leave of absence. No.
No. Wow. So this all basically. So when does it start getting? I usually word normal, but when does it start getting where things dissipate, where you don't have to go to as many hospital visits?
about, I want to say like middle to end of 10th grade is when I finished my last.
Holy crap! Really? Okay.
Chemo before my most recent bout, which was about a year ago.
So a year ago, so it came back again a year. Like they found a tumor again. It grew, or what?
Yeah, not a different one. It just grew. Like there was some change in what they had seen previously, so that kind of forced me into treatment again. But actually, this time I ended up going to Sloan instead of Cohen's.
Okay, in the city, right on the east side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I going there, and I kind of explored a new kind of treatment with this doctor, Dr. Diamond, and it was great. It was a million times better than my old treatment. I was able to be more normal than I was before.
Can you elaborate on that treatment, or you can't? Can you elaborate on that? Like, what was different?
So basically, this was it was a treatment more targeted to the tumor itself rather than chemo throughout my whole body.
Okay.
So once a month, one day for a procedure, where they would put me under anesthesia and kind of snake the catheter all the way up my arm into my brain, give me some medicine, and take me out of anesthesia, and I'd go home later that day.
So listen, you're just a rock man, dude. You're just like you talk about it like, hey, I had a slice of pizza. What do you do today? Yeah, I got a catheter up and into my brain. But that's your normal. That's your normal. So
yeah,
okay, so high school, how many years? 15. You got to stop playing soccer basically from 11 to you couldn't play soccer. No more contact sports for a while, like no roller hockey, none of that stuff.
When I got into high school, after my first round of treatment, no. But once I finished and I started to get some, normalcy back, I was able actually to compete in soccer my senior year of high school.
Oh, really? You played varsity soccer? How did you guys do that year?
We did all right. I think we went to, I want to say first or second round of the playoffs.
Did you have a tough time coming back? How did your body come back, like playing sports and stuff after all that?
Definitely a challenge, especially soccer, the lung capacity.
That's what I was going to ask you. How about the lung capacity? Was it right?
That it takes to get there? No, it was not. Because especially before, I was doing really well. I was starting on pretty much every team I played on. I was,
right.
A decent amount of points a game. And then to not train for that long and then try to jump back, especially at varsity.
Sorry about that.
Because as players, it was definitely difficult to get back into it. I definitely cannot step into the role that I once took on before I had to stop.
I was thinking about you. I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about with you today. And it sounds like you have a very strong support system because everything you went through had to be where it was like, you had to have someone you had to have a crutch on. You got a brother, right? Mom, dad, your dad played roller hockey. Was your mother an athlete at all?
No, not really.
Oh, she was not. That's all right.
She was not that I know.
Yeah, but hey, listen. Yeah. But so you had your family and all this. So after senior year, because I'm fascinated how all this, you went from, you decided, you applied to college, and when did you get involved with golf? I mean, roller hockey in college just blows my mind.
Yeah, it's a really cool sport. It's really kind of developing more on the island, especially, and New York, with a lot of teams, having club teams, and the league is really a good league. It's a shame that we weren't able to compete this year, but it's definitely a great time.
So we've talked about this. You couldn't get enough players to fill a team this year, right?
Yeah, we just didn't have enough kids that wanted to make the commitment, play roller hockey, and travel around the tournaments. So,
but
it's unfortunate.
But you play in 3 adult leagues right now.
Yeah, I play in men's league at the moment. I played in men's league last season with one of my really good friends, Kat. We put a team in there over at Skate Safe in Bethpage. I play on my dad's men's league team, which is
Oh, you play with your dad?
Yeah, it's really.
Does he pass the puck, or is he a hog? Is he a hog with the puck?
He's a defenseman, so all he does is pass.
Oh well, then listen. You're like, feed me the puck. You know what's funny?